What is going on, everybody? Welcome back in We Want Florida podcast. We are 3 games into the home stand. We have just a few games to go over before we get into Panthers standings, the few games so far, just a couple housekeeping things. Make sure subscribe on YouTube. All the podcast episodes are there. Follow us on TikTok, We Want Florida Pod. Instagram, We Want Florida Pod, and X, We Want Florida Podcast on all of them. Clips, edits, things of those natures will be on there. So make sure to check those things out. Like I mentioned, 2-1. Panthers are 10-8-1, 21 points, sitting middle of the pack of the Atlantic Division. Now, everything is within striking distance. And when I say that, last place is within striking distance, just a few points ahead, and first place is in striking distance, just a few points behind. So before we get into individual games, as always, we've seen a couple more injuries this week. Schwint, we just heard that he's going to be getting checked out, I believe, tomorrow. We saw Luosterainen was on a day-to-day basis, missed last night's game. So just overall, how are we feeling? How's everybody doing?
Sick of
Yeah.
injuries, man. Sick of injuries. When are we gonna get over the hump of injuries? Like, when is it gonna be done? Like, why can't we look in the past and be like, man, that sucked, but we're on to greener pastures now because everybody's healthy and we look great. It feels like it's never gonna happen this year, but we'll see. But
And
I mean,
everything seems to be long term.
yeah,
Nothing is
Yeah.
short term.
but I mean, after the 3 games we played, I mean, I guess we're good. Fine.
Yeah. They're really testing, or really the story of the season has just been the injuries. Started before the year even started, and it's not great, but the team's battling and really testing really
It's
testing
not
how
great. It's all right.
really testing how deep this not even you can't even say that this team like this organization and
We're in the organization, pal. Now we're
how
not even on the
deep like
team.
I mean, we're gonna look back at the end of the year, we're like, oh yeah, that guy played a couple games this year. He filled in there, and yeah, but they're finding a way. I mean, I think my takeaway so far from the season is like we're lucky the Atlantic has just no one's running away. You know what I mean? No, nothing great. Like Boston Bruins at the top. They also have played the most games in the division by two more than anyone else. So, oh, so like just we're in a good spot. We're in an okay spot for what's been delivered to us.
Yeah, and obviously some of the other standings, you have teams like the Hurricanes and the Devils and the Metropolitan. Like in those divisions, I should say, if we were in those divisions, like you'd kind of look and say they're battling, but they're not close enough. And like you said, they're hanging tough.
Yeah, we would
They're
be
not.
way out of the Metro. Like we'd be way out of the Central Division, and really like the Atlantic. We're lucky we're in that. I mean, obviously, but not lucky because it's all time. It's a great division, but
Yeah, it,
um,
it has some of the best teams.
yeah, just but in distance, like in striking distance. So hard to
Yeah.
say.
So 2 points behind the closest teams, I should say, that have played the equal number of games. So obviously that's one game. So not too concerning, hanging tough. And I feel like that's kind of, I guess, looking back, and I say looking back, we're not that deep into the season, but even in the beginning of the season and early on, wanted to really like get ahead and take advantage. But I kind of look at the injuries that we've had now and say like, okay, if we're hanging tough now and we can just stay in the battle. We talked about not getting too far behind because obviously too far behind, it doesn't matter who you have on the ice. There's I don't want to say no chance, but your chances decrease. But if we can hang tough, get some of these guys back. Obviously, we've heard a little bit of Kachuk news. Hopefully, mid to the end of December, he's back. So just kind of start to get these guys back. Then I think January or February we'll get like a Gadjevich back, and then hopefully we haven't heard much of a Nosek update, but like a Nosek back, and just get some of these guys back, and then March and April, hopefully we'll be as healthy as we've been all year. Can again, that's predicting no more injuries, but and then it's really time to go, and then it's playoffs. So hang tough. Like we said, this homestand was super important. Pretty good start overall.
When does
Started
Kulikov come
against
back? I forget.
I,
Anybody know?
He's
he's like
long term, like
5 months.
Which
either
one? I forget.
he's either in the Nosek or like Barkov area.
I know
I think he's
I'm
closer to
confusing
Barkov.
it. I think it's terrible, but one of them, either Nosek or Kulikov, had like very similar injury to Barkov.
Nosek.
It was
Yeah,
Nosek. Okay,
yeah.
got it. Got it.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
that
but
happened in his
he was a month
happened in
earlier.
his yeah happened in his off season
Got it.
training.
Okay.
Yeah, I think obviously they said no timeline on Nosek really. Kulikov was 5 months. I think we've got to be close to like a month in on that or so. Hopefully by March we have most of the guys back. Obviously, maybe besides Barkov, who seems to be a little longer term, but who knows? He was, I guess, like doing some light workouts or something in the park. I don't
What an
know.
animal, bro. What
I
an
thought I saw
absolute
that
animal.
somewhere.
You tear an
Yeah,
ACL and then start doing light
I saw he was
workouts,
at
baby.
Holiday Park, like which is like right outside the practice arena in Fort Lauderdale. He was getting some work in. He's looking good.
Animal.
Torn
What I see.
ACL. Like what? A month and a half later, he's working out.
Bro, hockey
Goodness
players are
gracious!
another breed, dude. It's ridiculous.
I
It is
stubbed my toe and I'm
ridiculous.
5 months out. But hopefully we'll be go time there. Let's hang tough. They've hung tough. 6-3 win last Thursday over the Capitals. Now I want to start somewhere else. Normally we kind of start with the forwards and the defensemen, and we finally get to say it.
Knew this was coming.
Starting off number 40 with his first win as a Florida Panther, 37 saves, by the way. So he
Praise
had
God.
some shot attempts on him. Mr. Tarasov.
Dude, he played a heck of a game. I mean, absolutely. Just a
And he's
masterclass.
played well all year.
No, I understand it, but like this
Mhm.
one was just
Some really good opportunities for the
Finally got
Capitals.
some goal support.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I think his first 3 or 4 starts was like 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 goal again, 2 goals in goal support. I mean, it's tough to
Yeah, it's hard.
win like that anyway, period. Anybody in net. So got him 6 goals. He got the win. I think this is big for his confidence. Obviously, he's played well, but you get the first win and, hopefully they start racking up for him. We saw Schwint score that game, Rodriguez, Reinhart with a 2-goal night. Sam Reinhart has been really good, and I feel like the beginning of the year, the first, I guess, 10 to 12 games or so, he's scoring. He's looked pretty good. These last few games, he's getting to his spot, right? We kind of talked about him floating around in front of the net. We saw some really, really big opportunities. From there, we saw him generate opportunities for other guys floating around that area. So him in specific, I felt has played a really, really nice 3 games. Obviously, pretty nice season overall. And let's go to another guy. And obviously, last night's game, he got a couple goals, but Seth Jones,
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
let's and obviously we've talked a lot about Brad Marchand on this podcast, but the two guys pickups last year, Seth Jones and Brad Marchand.
Incredible.
And this goes back to the front office, but just what great additions they are. And Seth Jones has looked fantastic, not only obviously getting a few goals, but defensively he has looked really, really good. And the defense all the way around, I would say, especially the top two pairings, we've seen some uh, in and outs in that last pairing, but defense has looked really good. And Luosterainen score. So obviously the production from the top guys stayed the same. We get a like we said, a fourth line goal with Schwint. And let's we just mentioned the defense, and I want to talk about somebody else, and maybe you guys are seeing it differently than me, so I'll let you go first. What about Nico Mikkola? Just give me a quick rundown of what you've thought about him in particular, if anything like has stood out to you.
Now, are you gonna, from the approach that you're going right now, I could tell you're up to something right now,
No, I'm not up to anything.
Mister Bray. You're up to something. Are you coming at it from
Anything.
the lack of scoring standpoint, or are you kind of just asking a general question? I mean, there is a motive
No,
behind this. I know there
I'm
is.
asking a general question, and
Okay.
I'll yeah.
Well, I think Nico Mikla is just playing his, like you can't expect big Nico Mikla to put a goal in there, and like in the playoffs, he had those like random goals, and you're like, wow, everything's working out. Everything's working out for this team. And I remember when he had a goal in the Carolina series, and the whole bench was just like shocked. They couldn't believe it. And like he has 0 goals this year. I mean, how many did you expect him to score on the season? Like maybe 2 or 3, like 4. So I think as a defensive player, him and Jones have just ever since Jones has got here, they've been great. Like as a pairing, and I think those guys are doing a fine job. Like the top 4 defense, and it'll get better as the season goes. It's really like as we said before, we got to figure out that third pairing. But I got really nothing like to say bad about Nico Mikla. Like I don't know. Like I think he's just doing his job right now.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. We know what he's there for. He's a big bruiser, He's there to play defense. He's a pure defenseman. And right, like I said, it's not like he's gonna put, crazy points up on the board. That's not what he's there for. However, when you put up, I think, um, I think it's been like what he put up an assist the last game, some time in that game. I don't know whose goal it was off of, but I know he put
Well,
up an assist
Yeah.
last game, and then he put
yesterday
up
everybody had a point pretty
You see
much.
yeah.
him
So
more in the
So
offensive
he's put
zone
up
than you would
what?
expect.
He's probably put up 3 assists in the last like 6 games or something like that. Like, you know, I mean, that's pretty good. That's productive. So I'm ready for Nate to
Yeah, Nate,
fire at me,
what do you got
whatever.
on him?
no, he has 4 assists on the year, and I
But how
wasn't.
many in the last 6 games? Because I know I've seen in.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll
It's
look
It's
it up.
not
But
it's not his
what?
role.
No, I wasn't going there at all. I don't know what you
Okay.
guys were.
Okay.
oh no, he has 4 assists in the last 6 games. So
Okay,
all his assists have come in the last 6 games. This guy's rolling.
Is
The
that
Condor is rolling.
the
I,
Condor?
I wasn't going anywhere, but here was my kind of where I was wanting to go with this. I don't know if it's the pairing with Seth Jones, because I feel like obviously Seth Jones has a little more offensive ability than Nico Mikola. I don't know if he feels that he has that offensive, and I don't really know if Seth Jones is considered an offensive defenseman, but a defenseman that is able to put points on the board. I feel like his physicality, he's always been a tough physical defenseman.
Mhm.
I've seen some hits in the last few games that like have stood out to me. Like I feel like it's oh Mikola with a hit, oh Mikola with another hit. I just
What
feel
he
like
does.
his
That's what he does.
defensive hit work, if that's
He's a big
defensively
guy.
hitting work, has been better this year than what I've seen in recent years. And again, I don't know if that's having Seth Jones as the pair with him, um, if
Yeah, I
it's
think that's just
just
him being a good player and
He's a
knowing what he's
stepping
supposed
up.
to do
Yeah,
and plays his game. And he's physical. Like I said, I've said it already 3 times, but he's a big guy. So you know what I mean? He's in
yeah.
there.
When you have that big, beautiful body, use it, baby.
Oof.
Oh man. Um, let's keep it moving. Let's go to the
Well,
Lightning game.
re-
Oh, go ahead. You got
real
something
quick
else?
comment. So we were talking about Seth Jones a lot, and it's funny because Joe and I had a conversation the other day about the defense, and for the first time since the third game of the year when Aaron Ekblad scored a goal, Seth Jones puts one in the back end of the net. That was the first time a defenseman scored since Ekblad in game 3. And now he's got 3 goals on the year. And with the 3 on this 3-game set. And we're gonna need more from guys like that. Him and Forsling putting goals back there, Ekblad. Just any more scoring helps, with all these injuries, and those are good players. So they're taking a step up. Yeah, and one other thing, like I said, we're talking, we're like, how many were like this was before or this was like right as the Capitals game was happening. He scores the goal and we're like, that was his first goal of the year. Like I kind of expect him to get more, you know what I mean? Like I expect him to contribute more offensively. And there you go, 2 goals last night and it looks like he's starting to roll. So that
He
was
heard
good.
you. He
That was
heard you.
good to see. That was really
And
good to see.
that was something that we hammered last week was just let those guys fire the puck at the net, get somebody in front.
And
Obviously,
he
we saw
had one goal right in front of the
exactly.
net. I think it was a pass from Reinhardt and he
Something like
puts it
that,
in.
yeah.
It's nice.
So should we call out Forsling now and then we'll get like Forsling
No, no,
rolling or
no,
what?
no, no.
Oh goodness.
We weren't calling
Let's
him out for sure,
Nah,
but
yeah. No, I get it.
no,
For,
we're
for
just
lack of better words.
man, Gus, well, I don't know what we do without him, so
Yeah.
he's fine.
He's fine.
he's fine, no worries. He's all good.
Plays
Now,
a lot of minutes.
let's go to Lightning game. That was Saturday night. I think this might have been one of the most highly anticipated Panther games in quite some time. We saw, I think people anticipated the fights. We had that preseason game where I don't know how many penalty minutes it was, but it was a ton. There were fights. We saw guys ejected from the game, all sorts of craziness. So I think this was highly anticipated. I think it's a game that both teams wanted to win. And I
Hmm.
think we saw that in the Panthers style of play. To me, they looked a little anxious. They looked sloppy, I guess you could say. It just didn't look like clean hockey that we saw. Obviously, we saw still some penalty minutes, no actual fights, but a couple, I guess, cheap shots, some penalties that could be or could not be. I'm not going to break down all those. I think let the guys play and let's see what kind of how the game finishes up when you have two teams like that. Obviously, Marchand was the only goal. Now, Bobrovsky, not a terrible game. Only 2 goals given up. He had the empty netter. Um, I shouldn't say he had the empty netter. There was an empty netter. So overall, I just kind of felt like it just wasn't a clean game. Didn't control the puck a lot. Didn't. I just feel like they didn't control the game. They kind of let the Lightning control the game, and ultimately the Lightning got the win.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got the Battle of Florida, and it's been one of the best rivalries in hockey in the last 4 to 5 seasons, and it was a little depressing when you hear that you want to see teams at their best ability, and for the Lightning, they were without Hedman, McDonough, Hagel, Sorelli. I think Nick Paul was out also, and then obviously the Panthers were without Barkov, Kachuk, Kulikov, Nosek. Go down the list.
Keep it coming.
So you got the Battle of Florida, a very anticipated matchup as we saw in the preseason, saw last year in the playoffs, the year before that, year before that, year before that in the playoffs, whatever. And you didn't get to see the teams at their best, so it's hard to judge this game. But yeah, I think that was a great point by you. They came out, they knew it was a big game, and I think the players that didn't expect to play in the Battle of Florida before the season started, before these injuries happened, knew that how big of a game this was, and maybe played a little bit, anxious and made the wrong plays with the puck, maybe chipped in a little bit too much physically, and then being out of place. But I think for the first time in a long time, the Panthers got beat by Vasilevsky, and we've done a better job on him than any other team in the league recently. And I mean, obviously, being the best team in the league last 2 seasons helps that. But he got us in this one. He played a good game. He made every save he had to make except for the Marchand one. So we lose this one, and you want to win at home game against the Lightning, especially with where we are in the standings and how we knew this home stretch was big and important. But you didn't get it done. And hopefully, next time we play him, we do.
Yeah, I mean that's a world-class goalie for sure. I mean, it's Vasilevsky, you know. But yeah, no, Nate, to your point, anxious. Yep, I agree. Also to Austin's point, people or players that didn't think they were going to play in this game, I mean, that's a big deal, you know. And it's also the fact that, both teams are kind of like it's like a I'm not going to say, okay, for a lack of better words, must win situation because of the standing situation that we're in right now. And it's like, you want to win these games because of how injured you are. And it's like, okay, if we could win these games now and then, take the pressure off later, you know how it goes. But yeah, I mean, there's there's so much added, pressure and you just have to make an adjustment to it. And I feel like they were feeling the same thing, but they had an easier time making adjustment. It looks like Vasilevsky wasn't feeling anything actually, but yeah, no, I mean they had the better night. That's all it comes down to, really.
So I guess you could say that I don't want to say our youth showed in that game, but maybe we're seeing guys in because of injuries, etc., that didn't necessarily get to play in big moments with the Panthers. Whether that's because this is their first year with us or they just have come up, whatever the case may be. So maybe we saw a little bit in that game. I think we got outplayed. And I think that there's games that you lose and you play good and you say, oh, maybe we could have won that game if a few bounces went our way, whatever. I didn't feel like this was a game that we could have won. Obviously, going into the game, yeah, sure, you can beat the Lightning. But when I saw the way the game was progressing, it was like, uh, I don't see us making any sort of move or any explosive play coming to where we win that game, and it didn't happen. Fine. However, we did see that in the Canucks game. And game where anytime that the Canucks sort of got any momentum going, the Panthers took it right back and they got their own momentum going. So 8-5 win. I, I honestly didn't love this game defensively. Obviously, it's tough to not love the game offensively, but and again, this is not to point anybody out. Schwint didn't get a point. He was done, I think, in the first period. Mackie
Yeah, that
Samasevich, who we saw go up to the first line for Lostarinen, who was out. Surprised he didn't get a point. But man, in his 1,000th game, everybody but those two guys get a point, and then you have Jeff Petrie, who doesn't get a point in a night like that. I feel for the man. I feel for the man. But I wish he would have got one. That would have been sweet. But overall, pretty good game. again, didn't love it defensively, but what did you guys think about the game?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's not all on the goalies here, but really they couldn't save a Google Doc, which in this game, which is an automatic save, but I don't know about that one, but listen, like
That was
you go
good. We were
you
working
go
on that one. That was good.
no, but look, you go down 2-0 and you battle back, you get 5 straight goals and
What is happening right now? He's did he just fall off the chair?
I mean
Did he just fall? His chair broke. Oh my goodness.
I
What
mean
is happening?
I don't know what to say about that. I mean,
What happened?
I you lean with it, you rock with it, and sometimes you fall with it.
all right, let, let's just keep going here.
Yeah, let's act like that didn't just happen.
I
Well,
noticed nobody asked me if I'm okay.
you're all right.
Yeah, we'll get through it, buddy. You're good.
So look, you go down 2-0 early, and you get 5 straight goals, and it's incredible to bounce back like that. And then you let it slip away from you. Like that was 3 straight goals given up by the Cats. Elias Pettersson made some really nice plays there to get those 2 goals. But and then once again, through adversity, you battle back to get the next 3, and you win 8-5. So it's one of those high scoring games. It's all the puck's all over the ice. No one can stop it. But I want to give out a little player spotlight to AJ Greer. To he's the fourth liner. We know he's gonna fight. You know how physical he is. But 4 goals on the year, and he gets moved up with Lucerina out to the third line here. And he's not, known for his skill. But Verhaeghe and Bennett make it, he plays with Verhaeghe and Bennett for the first time here tonight, and they make a nice play with the puck to get it to him, and he fires it in and starts the night for the Panthers. Trailed 2-1 after that. And then, like we said, just kept rolling with the goals, gave it up a little bit, and then got it back. So overall, at this point, you're good with a win. You don't really care how it looks. So good to get the 2 points.
Yeah,
Have you recovered? Are
offensive
you good?
explosion. What happened?
Have you recovered?
I've
Are you back
recovered.
with us?
Yeah, shoulder's a little, but sorry, I'll get
He
through it just for
out
you
for six
guys.
to eight months, upper
Yeah.
body injury. He's going to see a doctor.
Can we make a IR graphic for me and put it on TikTok or what?
Yeah, let's do that.
But
Post a clip of you falling and then put LTIR
$70 million.
next to Barkov and Nosek and everyone else.
But yeah, no, I mean that was a game. I mean that line had a great night. Bennett with a goal too. I told you guys he's heating up. Just wait on him now. Just wait on him. Telling you. But no, it was a great night, especially when you go up against a team they were on their third string or they were on their third goalie, right? Because Stemko's injured and that wasn't Lankinen because Lankinen's the backup. But when you're on your third goalie, that's what you got to do. You got to put 8 pucks in the net. And
Wouldn't say
honestly, hey,
gotta put
I got
in
to tell
8.
you, I'm a little pissed off though. I got a little thing here. It should have been more. Um, when a podcaster knows the rules better than the zebra. I don't know what to tell you. It was ridiculous. Bennett in with the move. Ow, great move, man. I mean, what a move. Guy breaks his stick, holds on to his stick for 5 minutes. You can't do that. You got to
Can't
drop
play
the
with it.
stick.
Yeah.
You got to drop the stick. I mean, why can we hold on to our stick for 5 minutes and no one's going to call it out or say anything? That's
That
beyond me.
ref was pretty unenthusiastic, period. I
Oh,
mean, even with the one
that's
penalty call.
that's a nice way to say what I was thinking.
What number are you? Okay, what number are you?
But
2 minutes.
no, I was
Let's
pissed. I was like, he's got to drop that stick. He's got to drop that stick. And then I think Randy said it or something when he was like, oh, he's got to drop that stick. In his Randy way, he's great. Love him. But I was like, yeah, he's got to drop that stick. That should have been. I mean, that was a great move by Bennett. Could have been a 2 goal night, but.
Yeah. So, and what a dish by Reinhardt to Rodriguez. That was a great no look dish. What a goal. What a pass. Great play. And also, real quick, you might look at obviously them scoring 5 goals and Bobrovsky only seeing what 15 shot attempts, so 10 saves, and you might say, "Oh, bad night by him." I guess some you could argue that the first 2 goals, I believe, were breakaway goals, 2-on-1 opportunities. Obviously, tough to really save. So, bad night for Bob, would you guys say?
I
Or
mean, the first one he tried to cover it up and he didn't, and
Yeah, that
they got it
was
in. And
oh,
then
that's right. And then,
yeah.
but there
And
were
then the
two
second
goals
one I
the
wasn't
earlier.
second
crazy
one was
about
a
either.
really it was a nice pass. It was a nice
Yeah,
pass.
but whatever.
And on the power play. I mean, I don't know if it's a bad night. I mean, these nights happen, but I think it's a mix. It's not just yeah, he could have came up with one of those 5 shots or two, but we got to be a little bit better. But also, you got to give credit to Vancouver for how they played on some of those. Like I said
Sure.
earlier, Pedersen had some really nice moves to get in there and get the goals. Those so
Sherwood with a couple assists too. He had a good night. Quinn Hughes
yeah.
is Quinn Hughes. You know,
Oh,
it is what it
Yeah.
is, but
is Quinn Hughes.
that's for sure. Yo,
So
side note, real quick. Nylander just scored an absolutely disgusting overtime goal. Oh my goodness, that was
Toronto,
that was
they're
ridiculous.
struggling a little bit.
Yeah, they are
Well,
struggling,
nobody's
but
like
I'll
really
tell you who's
struggling,
not
but
struggling. Willie Nylander's not.
they're kind of in the same boat as us.
Yeah. Well, not really,
So
because they have a healthy team and we don't. So they should be
yeah,
hitting the panic button, if anything. Just saying.
okay,
Yep.
solid take. I like the take.
We
Moving
like it.
on, next 3 games we have the Devils and the Oilers at home, and then we take the trip to Nashville to see the Predators on Monday. Devils are hot right now, so
I'm
getting
not
the
trying to
win.
bash anybody. Is Jack Hughes playing?
No, he's out for 2 months.
Oh my God.
That was crazy. He went out. I guess he was out to eat and like
Yeah.
Frank the
slipped
Tank,
or
bro.
something and like cut his hand. Oh, wow, that's
I
crazy.
mean, I don't know what he was doing, but
Oh.
it's a Frank the Tank curse.
I was just thinking. I saw the Fleming. He said it's the Fleming curse, and I think it was on Frank's birthday. Actually,
Yeah, it
It,
was.
yeah,
I don't know what it
crazy.
was, but the team had dinner at the same place as he did for his birthday, and they saw him. They took a picture. He took a picture of the whole team, and then you find out later Jack Hughes cuts his hand at
Out for
dinner.
2 months.
I mean, it's
I'm a
just you can't make
curse.
it up.
Everything a curse.
You can't make it up.
Shout out Frank. Shout out Frank. Um, we see the Devils. Hopefully, we can put a. I don't want to say an end to their streak, but they've had a nice start. So getting the win there. Obviously, the Oilers on Saturday is a huge game in the sense just the Stanley Cup rematch. I will be going to that game, so I'm excited for
I think I
that.
might attend that one also.
There we go.
It's a loss. It's a
That
guaranteed loss.
No, 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 no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
are we actually serious?
No, I'm kidding.
What day is that?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will be
Love a
there.
little Stanley Cup rematch.
I'm 1-0 on the season, FYI of
Yeah,
games.
keep it going.
Let's hope that holds.
Yeah.
And then, like we said, going to Nashville on Monday. Predators are the Predators. Obviously, arguably what could have been the best team on paper a year or 2 years ago, and just are like, eh. So we'll see what happens there. Let's get the win. Schwint, hopefully the news is not too bad tomorrow. And big 3 games. If we go this 2-1 pace for the rest of the homestand,
Yeah,
I will be
you'll
a
take
happy.
it.
We'll take it. All good.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We're good.
Let's go win it.
All right.
Let's
For the
go.
We Want Florida podcast, we will see you next week.